Paul, I know you've answered this question a number of times, but looking back, we're at the end of 2022. Looking back, this has got to be, whatever else you've achieved, this has got to be one heck of a good year.
It's been brilliant, yeah. I look at them all as one, if I'm going to be honest with you, and I've said this before. The fact that I'm still involved in professional football at 56 when I started at, well, I was actually 15 when I started. I did my first 2 or 3 weeks without getting paid because I was only 15, but to still be involved at this age, I'm absolutely delighted with. This has been a good year, and I think when you get any any level of success, whatever that might be, last year's success was staying up. This year is finishing the actual 2022 fourth in the table is a brilliant achievement by everybody at the football club. It makes my life so much better.
You're 44 games in already from that February date when you came back. It does fly by, doesn't it?
It has flown by, yeah. I mean, there's so much that's gone on. I didn't realise it was that many games, but I've moved house. I've got things that have gone on which have just been absolutely brilliant, and let's hope 2023 is a good one as well.
I mean, you mentioned it, Christmas Day, you've got all of the family for the first time in however long that was. You've got Lottie, the granddaughter is there as well. We're fourth in the table at the time, and things are going so well. Do you sit there sometimes on days like that and think, oh yeah?
I probably sit on most days thinking it, to be honest with you. I don't know who I did an interview with just recently, but I said, I've got a bloody good life. I'm all right. I'm really happy with what's going on. The one thing I will say as well, though, is we're only 23 games in this season, and there's a hell of a lot more. Well, there's 23 to go, but there are. I want much more than we've got so far. I want the players to all want more than that. I don't want to just sit back and think, well, that's been all right. We can just chill now, because we can't. Because football has got a horrible habit of biting you on the bum when you start to switch off and you think you can take things for granted. We can't do that. We've got to keep pushing on. We've got to keep striving to be better, striving to improve the group, the club, the whole environment. We've got to just keep working to try and make it better. And hopefully with what we've done so far, it gives us a better place to go from, and a better chance to achieve something.
This demand for more people, it's everywhere through the club. People aren't resting on the laurels. I mean, interestingly, the other day you mentioned we've got 9 clean sheets, 9 from 23. That's not bad. There's only one team scored more goals than we have in our division so far this season. That's not bad. But you're constantly asking for better defensive displays, more goals. It's always there, isn't it? We want more.
Well, we have to, because now, after the game last night, Orient have now got 15 clean sheets, and I want to try and catch that. I think we've got to strive to do it. There has to be a determination to be better in everything that you can do, and that's not just in football. That's in life. You've got to be better. And I don't mean be bitter and be angry and always want what the Joneses have got next door. It's not a case of that. It's just trying to make yourself better, trying to improve everything, and that's where we are as a football club. We have to want to be better, and I think what we've got certainly in this group of players and in the group of staff, we've got people who all want to be successful and all want to try and achieve something. So hopefully together, and hopefully in January we can get a few little reinforcements as well, and together we can go and do something.
You just opened the door for me there. Transfer window, any update whatsoever from, I think we only spoke about 24 hours ago?
No, there's nothing yet. I mean, the update is because of what happened on Thursday night with the injuries that we've got, that gives us another problem. So I haven't got any updates. We are still working to try and get deals across the line as soon as we possibly can. Because when we get on to talk about Doncaster, I'll explain that there's a few issues at the moment that we're not going to resolve immediately. So we're going to need some reinforcements to come and help us.
One thing I didn't check the other day was our loans out. Fish, he's there for the season anyway, but the other two with Bell and Kilsby, where are you at with those two?
I think they're both going to stay. I've had a conversation with Max, and I know that Annan want to keep him, so I would expect that one to happen. Everybody is in agreement about Lewis, that he can stay at Gretna as well. So I think it's just a case of getting all of the the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and I would imagine that those three will all stay out for the season, and we'll continue to monitor them, not only in the games, but they come in and train with us every day that they're available as well. So we're seeing them, and we're aware of how they're getting on. So I think it's probably in everybody's interest for them to stay out there.
And just one more on the transfer window. How quickly do you expect us to move between now and the Newport game?
Well, I'd like to think we're going to have at least one in before Newport. In the ideal world, I mean, if you'd have asked me that last week, I'd have probably said I thought we were going to have 3 in before the Newport game. Things have changed on that now, and I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm very optimistic that we're going to get 1 in as soon as the window opens, and then we're going to just keep working to try and get others as soon as we possibly can. What I don't want to be doing is being in a position where come deadline day we're thrashing around and frantically running and checking whether paperwork's gone through. I don't like that. I want to be in a bit of a better position, so hopefully that'll be the case.
I'm hesitant asking this question. You've dropped a couple of hints. So in terms of the injuries, Thursday, where are we at with that?
Yeah, it's not good. So Jack Ellis has let me get the right terminology. I think he's got a grade 2 hamstring strain. He's 4 to 6 weeks. Taylor Charters has a grade 3 hamstring tear. He's probably surgery, which is probably 3 months, maybe more. So not great news on that. It's something we've just got to deal with. It's a horrible situation. I feel for both the lads because they've worked really hard to cement a place in the team, and it's just given us an issue. We've now have recalled Ryan Carr back from his Scholars Christmas break. He's had to come back in to make an 18 for us to go to Doncaster. The truth is, it is what it is. We just got to get on with it. You know, we've got players who want to play, players who we feel are fit enough to play, and we'll put a team out that hopefully goes and gets us a result.
Stretz and Mells, there was some concern. Have they come through?
They're fine. Yeah, they're both available. Mel's just got a whack that we thought would need stitches, but it didn't. It just needed dressing, so that he's fine. Stretz is okay as well. He said he started to feel better through the second half anyway at Crewe, but I took him off as a precaution, and also I wanted Deno to get some minutes to keep him going as well. So we were in a fortunate position the other night because of the way that we'd gone about it for the first 50-60 minutes, wherever it was, and then because of the sending off, it just gave us that chance to be able to freshen it up and take players out of it. In the ideal world, I would have liked to have taken others out of it, but we sort of run with the 2 injuries that we picked up. We were forced, our hand was forced a little bit. So we're okay. We've got a majority of the group are ready to go again, so we'll just see what comes at Doncaster.
You were able to go with the same 18 as Bradford on the last game that we played, and that's something you haven't been able to do for a while. Not going to be able to do it again. Do you sit there ever and think, wow, this is really frustrating the way this injury situation has been? Well,
I do get frustrated with it, but it doesn't last very long because there's just no point. It just, you can pickle your head if you try worrying about it too much. It is what it is. Everybody's picking up injuries. You know, every time we come to a game and we have an idea of what the opposition are going to be, and then we get the team sheet and it's different, and you're asking questions why, and they've picked up an injury or they've picked up an illness. There's no end of issues going on at the moment, and you just have to accept it. You know, that's why we have a squad. I'm disappointed that we've got so many who are unavailable. I've made a decision to not go with Amari Patrick for Doncaster. If I wanted to be selfish, I would have thrown him into the group to have him available, but I've got to be sensible because for the long-term benefit, I'd like to think that the 2 weeks we've got between now and Newport he will really benefit from, and we'll have a better chance of keeping him out on the grass for longer. So I've had to take my selfish hat off and just say, right, I'm not going to involve you. But as I said, we've got 18 to go, and 18 is all you need on that sheet.
I mean, I don't want to touch on what the starting 11 might be, but could there be a needs-must situation in terms of some players who maybe you'd have wanted more reserve action? Just get yourself in there.
Yeah, of course there will, yeah. And there are players who will have to play who I would maybe want to give a rest to, but we can't. And that's the way it goes. You know, everybody who travels wants to play. Simple as that. They all want to play. They're all available to play. It may mean that somebody might have to play out of position, like Jaden Harris on Thursday. and I feel bad that I didn't actually mention this after the game at half time. I've said to him, I'm putting you on at right wing back, and he just looked at me, looked a bit puzzled, and went, okay, yeah, what do you want me to do? And I said, right, this is how I want you to do it. And I thought he just got his head down and he did it, and you wouldn't have even noticed. You wouldn't have noticed that he has never done that job before, and it may mean somebody might have to play out of position again. But that's where we are, and that's what we'll deal with. It's always easy when you're sat fourth in the table and you're on a decent run, so we're comfortable, we can deal with that, and we'll take whatever comes.
Last time we played Donny, we were part of a run of results that meant that Gary McSheffrey moved on. Under Danny Schofield, it's a different proposition.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, I still think they've got a good squad of players. I mean, these are a team who come down, and I think they'll be a bit disappointed where they are in the table. I think I saw it was mid-table they are, but the truth is they're only 5 points behind us. We've got to make sure they're 8 points behind us and do everything properly. So we know it's going to be tough because they've got good individuals. They've had a few injury problems and whatever else. So it's a little bit hard to judge what they're going to go with. They changed the shape for the game on the 29th. This is where it's fortunate that we try to go 90% about us and just touch on what they're going to do. When we get the team sheet, hopefully we'll try and pick up what they're going to do, what shape they'll play, and we can just make a few pointers to the players. In my mind, though, it's about us just going and continuing what we did at Crewe. It's about a mentality, it's about a desire, it's about a work ethic, and then when you get those right, the football comes out on top as well, and that's what we've got to do.
It's bang on, isn't it? We highlighted that on Thursday night because we had the energy, we were after the balls that we lost. Because of that, it gives you the platform.
Yeah, it does, yeah, and if you can be front foot and you can have a bit of energy about you when you're winning balls higher up the pitch, I think just coming to my mind there where Jordan Gibson closed Rod McDonald down and tackled 25-30 yards out, goes on a run, has a strike, plays Jack Stretton in, Jack Stretton has a strike and Gibbo's following up. That's what we need again. We need that sort of energy, that life about us, that positive thinking where we're going to go and press people, we're going to try and win it high up on the pitch and try and get shots and work the goalkeeper, and if we do that, then we'll give ourselves a good chance of getting a result.
Donny off the back of an unbelievable game against Rochdale, they'll be fired up, you would imagine, after that.
Yeah, they had a really good reaction because they got a bit of a turning over at Tranmere the game before, so they picked up a good result, even though they conceded 3 goals. So we've watched the game, we've identified where we think we can cause them problems if that's what they go with. But it really is about us. It's about what we do, which is what we've talked about all season. And we'll carry on the same way when we go to Doncaster tomorrow. Nice
stadium to play at, and we've already sold 850, I think it is, tickets, so over 1,000 probably.
It's magnificent. I mean, the crowd the other night was excellent, and I hope they all have a good night tonight. I hope they all have a really good day at Doncaster, have a good journey home, and let's hope 2023 is a good one for us all.
Well, thank you.